In this tutorial I would like to quickly show you some of the basic functions here at the Bible Online Learner. Once you have gone to the site, I recommend that you log in, because it gives you some more functionalities. So you either can do that by signing in into your Google account, as you see here, and after you have signed into your Google account it will directly refer you back to the Bible Online Learner, and there you're logged in. Or you have a dedicated account here at the Moodle site, which I happen to have. So, well, we go to text and exercises, and on the display text, choose our database. In our case that would be the Hebrew Advanced database. Choose any book we want to have a look at. Let's choose chapter 12 of Genesis. You can specify the verses you want to see, and then click on display. Well, now you have the Hebrew BHS text in front of us. When you hover over the words, you find a complete morphological analysis always on the right side of your browser. On the left side you see the 4 different levels of linguistic analysis that is available. If you go on the word level, you will find subcategories that are made available. The phrase level, you find features of the phrases that one can click on, the same for clause and sentence. If you go to the word level, let's say we can display the lexeme feature, so you will see that an additional line is created, and under each word the dictionary lexemes are displayed. You can add a translation there as well, and many other options are available. I'm not going through all of them right now. In addition, you can display stem information or morphological information, stem, tense, state, and so on. Let's say we choose for person, gender, number, and the tense. So you see here that all verbal predications, verbal forms will also be analyzed. Verbal tense, vaito, lech lecha, lech, imperative, and then the morphological decoding with regard to person, gender, and number, second masculine, singular, and so on. If we move forward to the phrase level, we can make the phrase boundaries visible. As you see here, we can show the phrase type and that each phrase has. Like this would be a conjunction phrase, this would be a verbal phrase, and this would be a proper noun phrase, and so on. Each phrase also has its functions. So if we also click the function, you will see this is actually having the function of conjunction. This verbal phrase has the function of predicate. This proper noun phrase has the function of being the subject, and other options like a position are available. If you now go even one level up, one linguistic level up into the clause level, we can show the boundaries of each clause. Vayomer Yahweh el Avram. You see that these 4 phrases actually build one clause. We again can show the clause type, so that would be a Vayiktol X clause, as you see here on the top. The capital X means that the Vayiktol form is followed by explicit subject. That's what the capital X stands for. Here we find an imperative clause, lech lecha, or here we find an X Yiktol, a little X Yiktol clause. What it means is that preceding the Yiktol form there is an other element, another phrase present that is not the subject, otherwise it would be a capital X. We can show the clause constituent relation as well. That would mean what function it will display, the function that a clause has for another clause. For example, here we have the lech lecha, and go from your country and from your place of birth and from the house of your father to the haaretz, the country, asher arecha, of which is to say, I will show you. This clause then has the attribute function for the previous clause that specifies more the haaretz in that case. And then we can even go up to the highest level and show the clause boundaries. So we see here how phrases build one clause and how that one clause is in fact identical with the sentence. But here is a nice case where we see that two clauses, namely an imperative clause and an attributive clause, executorial clause, are forming one big sentence. Namely, the asher clause just extends the further clause by means of a relative clause. So these are the basic functionalities when it comes to the display of the Hebrew text here at the Bible Online Learner. Thank you.